Jet fans, welcome back. Fans of the podcast, fans of Jets Therapy, welcome back. Family, mostly, and the two other people. And we are going to be breaking down the upcoming season. An exciting one for you. We are extremely optimistic, Gordon and I. We think that good things are to come, and we are hoping for the best this year. But we are Jets fans, so we remain pessimistic at heart.
Cautiously optimistic.
Let's get into it.
Here we go. All right, Dan, like you said, dude, this year's we say it every year, right? But this year for sure has a different air about it, right? So we're here going down. Today is June 20th. So we're breaking down the schedule and breaking down our wins and losses today. Might be a little early, but you know what? That's how we like to roll here at Jets Therapy, Dan. And I know we can still get some player additions. D-Hop, maybe. I don't know. Dalvin Cook. I don't know. We'll cover that another time. But right now, we're going through, as the rosters stand right now, what we think our regular season wins are going to be. And I got it real quick, Dan. 17-0. We're done. Cut the video. We're done.
Good for you. You know, not many people are going out on a limb like that, and I think that you should. And if you want to just sit by that and I'll run through the rest of the games, that's fine too.
We'll be a little bit more realistic, a little bit. But
yeah.
All right, so let's start it off, dude. Game 1, regular season, Monday Night Football, September 11th against the Buffalo Bills.
Love it.
What do you think, dude? I mean, we got Josh Allen versus Aaron Rodgers. Stephon Diggs going through some stuff right now. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think we got going on that first week?
I think Josh Allen is overrated. I'm gonna say that. I don't think that he is the Super Bowl quarterback that everybody thinks he is. He's also somebody to stick it to you, so could easily win the Super Bowl next year. But my personal thoughts before the season starts is that I do not think that he is a top 3 almost quarterback in the league like everybody's talking about.
Okay.
I think he's great. Is there a chance that him continuously saying that he's the only team that plays in New York, is that playing a part in me saying that? Sure, absolutely. Do I hold a little bit of
a little bit of a grudge?
Slightly. So, but Buffalo Bills, obviously.
At MetLife.
Yeah, we're home. We're home, yeah. I mean, I hope, dude, the whole entire state, both states, need to come out and just
going to come out
because if there are any tickets available for that game, the Buffalo Bills fans are going to be just
snatching them up. Bills,
and it's going to be
does travel.
I don't want to hear anything in support of the Buffalo Bills. I just want that thing rocking for Aaron Rodgers. I want everybody in the stadium before the game starts, 45 minutes before the game. And it's going to be a tough one. I have this down actually as a loss for us.
Okay.
Even with everything, it pains me. This is I feel like this is going to be the hardest loss that I'm going to talk about for the whole entire entire year. This one's going to pain me the most. I see like a 24-20, 27-24 type of game.
Okay, so close right to the end.
Yeah, I see our defense taking a little bit to settle down. Josh Allen's going to come out hot again, even though I don't think he's going to be the quarterback that leads them to a Super Bowl win. They're a great team. They have a heck of a ton of confidence. Stephon Diggs is going to be back. Yeah. They kind of have all areas of the game sought out. This team is new. The Jets are new offensive coordinators, new coaches, a new quarterback, new additions to the offensive line, defensive line, new additions to the secondary. I think it might take a little bit for this team to gel, a little bit. And we know Aaron Rodgers has a tendency to struggle in the beginning of the year. So I see that happening a little bit. I see overall playing well. I see it being a win. I mean, a loss that we can kind of feel good about, if you will. I mean, no loss feels good, but one that we can say, hey, this team has it. We just went against maybe a Super Bowl contender. So I see it as a loss, but I see it being a fantastic, one of the best games of the year.
Okay. Oh, right out the gate, one of the best games of the year. So this is one I've kind of gone back and forth with. I haven't really dove into the schedule much, but obviously when this game was announced, it was like, man, this is going to be a good game, right? It's got the feel-good factor of, and so many storylines around it being 2 New York teams, September 11th. We all thought it was going to be the Giants. Probably would have been a win. Who knows? I don't know. Giants went into the playoffs last year. So, but we got the Bills. I agree with you that it's going to be a close game, but Dan, I'm coming out with a W on the first week, dude. I really am.
Good.
I think Aaron
Good.
Rodgers, again, hopefully we're getting an angry, ready to go Aaron Rodgers wants to put on a revenge tour this season. Yes, we have a new offensive coordinator, but we have Aaron Rodgers, Nathaniel Hackett, like they know the system. We got Randall Cobb. We've got Lazard helping our wide receivers. Hopefully Lazard plays a big role in this and Cobb kind of takes a seat as that mentor teacher role. But yeah, man, I think we come out swinging. Our starting corners are still there, Sauce and Reed. We picked up Chris Amos from Green Bay. Unfortunately, Chuck Clark went down. But we've got Whitehead and Amos. So again, I think that's a solid veteran addition in that back. That what I thought was one of the weaker groups. You know what I mean? I think the biggest question mark still is Quinnen going to be there? I mean, I would hope so. All signs are pointing towards yes, right? And then what do we do in that linebacker position? Just again, weak, but who knows? But I think it's going to be a close game, like you said, 27-24, 30-24, something like that. But I think we're coming out swinging with a W on September 11th at home, man. I really, really do, and I hope so. But I don't know. We'll see. So there we go. First discrepancy, first game right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you have him winning.
Yeah, I got him as a W for that game.
I think it's going to be a little bit of a coin flip, but I just think that the Jets are going to come out a little slower than the Bills are. I mean, the Bills know who they are, and the Jets.
That's true.
We're going to find our identity.
They are definitely the more established team at this point, right? I mean,
especially through these first 6 games before the bye, that's when we're really going to be like, all right, what kind of team do we have?
Yeah.
And I think that this first game is going to be extremely hard fought, but the Bills are, they know a little bit more about themselves. I think they're going to be a little more in sync because everybody knows each other. So that's not to say that the Jets are going to come
They're also in the running for D-Hop. We don't know. Who knows where he's landing at this point? I've heard everything from the Texans to the Patriots to the Bills. I don't know. I think that apparently that's what Stephon Diggs is upset about. He restructured his contract and they're not going to get D-Hop. I don't know. That's something I read today, but we'll see where we're at. He's a free agent right now, not on any roster. So, all right. So let's go right into week 2, man. We're going down to Tejas.
Down to Texas, man.
AT&T Stadium, baby, to my wife's team, the Dallas Cowboys.
That's right.
I got us at a loss here, Dan. I really do. I think we beat the Bills. I think we come out
beat swinging. The Bills, lose the Cowboys,
lose to Dan. I think they were a team that kind of, like you said, struggled to find their identity last year. I think they had some players that struggled, but I think Prescott's going to come back this year looking to come out swinging. So yeah, I don't know. I think we lose to the Dallas Cowboys.
All right. I mean, I have this as a win. The Dallas Cowboys, they're going to win 9-10 games next year. Absolutely. Prescott is a great quarterback. I think he's going to play well this year. I think they're going to have a Dallas Cowboys year where you show a lot on paper, but it doesn't really translate to the field that well. And look, it's the second game of the season. That's kind of talking a little
short game, short week, but shortish week, Monday to Sunday. We're traveling down to Texas.
Definitely.
So that's kind of going into my thinking a little bit, but
yeah. And in these beginning games, man, the Jets, like we just talked about, they're going to be finding themselves a little bit. What kind of team are we? And, we might be without Breece Hall, whether we're going to be without him, literally, if he's put on like the short list, 4-game short list or something like that.
I hope we don't.
Of course, you hope he gets maybe 10 to 12 carries a game and, he's able to block or something like that. But, I would think we would be remiss to throw him in there and have him have 25 carries a game. I mean, that would not be healthy for him. And I don't think using the word remiss there was correct. But, you have to protect this guy a little bit. It just wasn't at all. You have to protect this guy a little bit because he's gonna want to start. He's gonna want to be the workhorse. He's gonna want to be the bell cow, and he just can't be.
That's gonna be where coaches
whether or not
got to hold him
we
back.
Pick up. What's that?
I said that's where coaches got to come in and kind of hold him back.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're there for. And whether we not pick up Dalvin Cook or throw him in the mix. I mean a Dalvin Cook Breece Hall mix. My God, how can you not be happy with that?
Scary.
And we love Michael Carter. We love Bam. These dudes you hope are a part of the offense. And I think what the Jets are going to do is rely on those guys extremely heavily in the beginning of the year. You're going to see a lot of Michael Carter, a lot of Bam. You're going to see a lot of pass catching out of the backfield. So I see that being prevalent early on, especially in this Cowboys game. A lot of screen passes, let Aaron Rodgers continue to get comfortable. And I think our defense does great here. It's, we're not doing score predictions. Are we doing those, Gordon?
No.
Score predictions would be too much.
That's way too much.
Yeah.
But I like your idea with the Bills though. We can do like AFC games because we've seen them a lot. Yeah. I mean, we've played I feel like we have played the Cowboys a few times.
Yeah, we have. And like you're saying, I don't 100% know enough to be like, hey, it's going to be this or that. Cowboys have a good team. I just think the Jets have a better team. It's simple as that. And
you know what, Dan? I'm flipping already. We're going win week 2. I'm flipping it. You convinced me.
I just won in court.
I think the biggest.
I now have custody of your child.
I think the
I just got custody of your child in court.
I think the biggest question is our offensive line. Like what offensive line do we roll out week 1, week 2? What are we looking at there as far as Becton, Turner, Brown, all those tackles? We have Mitchell. And then what does that interior look like with Tomlinson and
who do you think's at center to start the year?
I honestly think Tippmann. We obviously canceled minicamp. Haven't seen much offensive line stuff and haven't honestly read into it too much. Definitely going to be watching when they come back. But I think Tippmann. I really think Tippmann's going to start. And it's more of a hope than an educated guess, if you will. But I want to see Tippmann start that. I want to see him grow with Rodgers. I think that'd be who you know what I mean? Like, who else are you going to have that's a better quarterback to have behind you to help you learn? So,
yep.
I don't know. All right. So I'm at 2-0 because I just swapped. You're at 1-0.
I love it.
Here we go.
Week 3. Let me take this one right here because we absolutely pound the Patriots. We end it. We get the win. We end this ridiculous. How many years?
12-year streak?
I was going to say 10. Is it? No, the 12? I thought it was 5 seasons because wasn't last year 4 seasons? Check that.
I'll have to check it.
Whatever it is.
I'll check it and add an edit.
Even with the addition of D-Hop, I do not believe in what's his face they have over there. I think he stinks.
Mac Jones?
Yes. And
Russell Wilson and Mac Jones.
He's going to be, yeah, of course. And we got that one coming. But, he's just going to Mac Jones is not going to lose you games, not going to win you games. It's just how I feel. That's how I'm going to feel. As long as he's a quarterback for any team, I just feel like he's going to be safe. Every now and then he's going to make a 40-yard pass, maybe as a miracle. But I just do not believe in the Patriots. Belichick is on his way out. He's just trying to soak up like, hey, maybe we can try to entice these players. He's cheating. Belichick is cheating as we speak right now. He's finding ways to cheat. He's finding ways to give people illegal money. He's tampering. This dude is a cheater, hands down. He's been caught 3 to 4 times. How many times does this guy actually cheat? He's a cheater. All right. In my mind, his legacy tarnished, gone, tainted. You can never think. Yes, he's great. Tom Brady was the reason that he won. Is he a good coach? Yes, he's a good coach. He's a cheater. Tom Brady's gamesmanship, whatever it might be. That's what won them games.
I will agree. Tom Brady was a hefty way on their wins through that dynasty era for sure. I agree with you though. I think we come out that game's at home. So I think
Aaron Rodgers not losing at home to the Patriots and
destroy him,
especially after this whole narrative came out that Belichick or the Patriots offered him money. And he was
just about to say,
yeah, we're not going there. We're not playing.
So many storylines.
They're cheaters.
They offered Rodgers a trade. He said, no, I'm going to the Jets. So
you don't think Rodgers knows what Belichick has been doing his whole? They've been in the NFL
but also too, it's like
years.
And thinking of it like from his standpoint, it's like Brady was there. Why do you want to go where Brady was? Right? Like, yeah, you could argue Favre was here, but Favre was here for what? 11 games.
That's not the same though. He was here for a year. Brady is the Patriots.
Yeah, I agree. I think we absolutely destroy them. I will say, I think they got Gesicki this year, so their tight end group, Hunter Henry, Gesicki, their tight end group is pretty scary. They got Juju Smith-Schuster, so who knows what he's going to do. Yeah. But I agree. I don't think Mac Jones is going to light anything up. Putting him next to Aaron Rodgers, short stick to big straw. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you like that analogy? But
I'm still trying to
also
figure
the
it
big
out,
news,
but
dude,
yeah.
Jack Jones going to be playing this year? Did you see that? He
Yeah, I did.
got stopped. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. And he was a bright star for them at cornerback. So I don't know. I don't know what that's going to look like. But again, we haven't beat them in, I think maybe it's 12 straight losses, not 12 years. I think it was 12 straight losses, which is 5 or 6 seasons.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like
I will check
that's what I
that.
said.
So
Like
yeah. But
it was like 5 seasons, 10 losses, or something like
I
that.
think we break that this year. So
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers not losing to the Patriots twice. It's just
3-0 going into week 4.
All right, and I have 2-1. Hit me with it.
2-1.
Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl reigning champions.
First time we got Mahomes v. Rodgers. So that's going to be the narrative, right? Like that's going to be the talk of all week. Mahomes versus Rodgers, first time. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal Hall of Fame first ballot quarterback versus another arguably first ballot Hall of Fame young gun coming out.
Which he is. Patrick Mahomes is he's a first ballot Hall of Famer right now.
Right now. I agree. I do agree with that. I mean, arguably the best quarterback in the league, right? Like you would probably,
he has to be.
Probably many people would have him up there. Maybe you look at like Burrow and others like that. But again, it's looking at the team as well. I think the Chiefs have done more than the Bengals currently. So that's going to be my first loss. I really do. I thought it was the Cowboys. Nah, we're gonna cruise through that. First loss is the Chiefs. I really think it's going to be the Chiefs. I think this is honestly our hardest part of the schedule.
Sunday night football.
4 games. Yes, Sunday night football. So again, primetime game. How does our young crew deal with all of these primetime games this year? Against again a Super Bowl favorite, a legitimate Super Bowl contender. But again, they're going through some changes as well, right? I mean, they've got Valdez-Scantling at quarterback or at wide receiver. They got Kadarius Toney. How's he going to do this year after almost a full year under their system? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. The Kelsey is obviously a weapon wherever he goes, and anytime on the field he could be a weapon. So I think this is our first loss Sunday night football to bring us to 3-1.
Okay, and I agree. I do agree. Even though it hurts to say it as well, because that means that the 2 primetime games that we have, we lose.
They're lost.
Yeah. That's the last thing that I want to say.
And you know what? I hope that doesn't happen because
exactly. I hope it does not happen.
What's the narrative going to be after that?
Yeah. I hope it does not happen. It's not. Yeah. It's like because we have them at 2-2, and you're kind of still in the balance. But again, you probably just played 2 teams that might be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's like that's what people are talking about.
If we're 2-2 out of week 4, I'm happy. I'm still happy as a Jets fan. Like
absolutely.
We're still building.
As long as you're seeing positive signs. And again, I don't see one game that we get blown out. I don't know how that would ever happen. And like, what's fun about this year, man, is like every single year for the past decade that we've had, you've literally gone into games either saying, I hope we don't get blown out.
Yeah.
Or I hope we don't lose by a lot. Like, or like maybe we sneak out a win. Never if you go into a game like, look how much confidence we have. Like we look at all of the amazing things that we have. Oh, this team is nothing. We have been that team for other people. Been literally just kind of like the scapegoat for. It's almost like
we've been the kickstart team for them to go on a run or kickstart their season.
And like college or high school in the beginning of the year when you play like a terrible team and you win by like 62 just to get your confidence up. Like that's how the Jets have been for other teams.
Yeah.
Like we have not been good in every realm of the game. Last year, some signs of greatness, but this is where it comes together. You hope you become, like Aaron Rodgers said, they're like, how are you going to slay the dragon this year? And he said, I am the dragon. We want to be the dragon. That is the dragon. And right here, this is going to be another one of those hard-fought games. And, I think it's going to be a very similar game to that Bills one. Unfortunately, it's still early. Guys are still gelling.
Yeah.
We lose by 3. And
they just lost Bieniemy, though. They just lost Bieniemy. So, I mean, obviously, the narrative was always, Andy Reid does it anyway. It's all Andy Reid's. It's his brain.
I just think Patrick Mahomes will figure it out.
I agree. I think this one is a game where you said we have none that are potential blowouts. I think this is a potential like this game and the Eagles, right? Like again, you're looking at 2 teams who were there last year. So it's like, what do we what are we looking at? But yeah, all right. So you're 2-2. You got us as a loss. I got us as a loss.
2-2. I'm gonna be short. I'm gonna be short and quick, short and sweet with the Denver Broncos. They stink. Russell Wilson is horrible. He's gonna throw 6 picks. He's terrible. He actually might fake an injury in this game. I'm not. He's gonna come out. His ankle's gonna be hurting him. Maybe a little bellyache from some wings the night before.
Coming into the game, like he's like, oh, Russell Wilson.
Like there's gonna be a narrative.
Is not
like
100% right now.
Yeah, like oh, Russell Wilson is tummy hurty, and I don't know if he can start the game. And he's going to start because he's going to pretend to be the hero that he's not. And then he's going to get hurt or his tummy's going to hurt in the first quarter and he's going to lose. And we're going to win by
probably. Say hurty again. Say hurty
again. We're probably going to win by 27. So that's just what's going to happen. It's Sunday at 4:25. You got plenty of rest. Yeah. Russell Wilson stinks. And you're looking at a blowout.
So this, again, another game got some narratives. I didn't narrative. Every game has narratives, but Hackett coming back, playing the team that he was fired from.
You can't win with Russell Wilson.
Sean Payton. Yeah, you can't win with Sean Payton. What's he going to do coming back first year as a coach? I agree, though. I think we still win. I think this could be a close game, maybe like a kind of confidence builder for us, hopefully, in a way, possibly. But I'm not ready to say it's a blowout for us, but I think this is going to be a tough game. It's in Mile High Stadium. So how does this, again, young team play with the elevation, play Sunday afternoon? So we'll see, man. I think this brings us to 4-1 though. I really do. So you're at 2-3.
I'm at 3-2.
3-2.
3-2 with that one. And then we go to Philadelphia comes to us. The thing that I love about the beginning of our schedule, yes, it's tough, but we have so many home games, dude.
Yes. We're playing the tough games at home. So
yes. And that, like, there's so much to be said of that, of like Aaron Rodgers is going to have the support of the stadium. Again, I can't say this lightly. Like, I hope that people show up, and me and you are even talking about like which game we want to travel to.
Yeah.
So like, and we're down in Virginia. So I love the fact that we have so many home games in the first like 7, 8 games of the year.
Yeah.
But Philadelphia comes to us Sunday at 4:25. I think that we get the win. I have us beating Philadelphia. It's right before the bye. I think that Aaron Rodgers and the guys are going to be a little extra motivated by that you don't want to go into the bye at 3-3. I think they're going to play unbelievable. I think this is going to be the first signs that the Jets are a potential Super Bowl team. I think you're going to kind of see a little bit back and forth throughout the year. Hey, we lost to the Chiefs. We lost to the Bills. Who are we exactly? Beating the Eagles before the bye says that puts a stamp on the narrative that the Jets are a Super Bowl team or a deep playoff contender.
Okay.
And if you beat them, well, then absolutely that is.
You are. Yeah.
So I have us moving to 4-2 before the bye and feeling good about ourselves.
I think, obviously, again, depending on what happens with the Patriots, with D-Hop and everything, I think this game is the toughest test for our defense, right? I mean, you've got to think, and maybe Kansas City too, because Andy Reid is a genius. But Philadelphia has so many playmakers on that offensive side of the ball. You got Hurts, you got Brown, you got Devontae Smith. So I think this is going to be a second loss for me on the season. Again, we're playing, I think the Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles before the bye are the two best teams we're playing. And I think those are our 2 losses. But I do agree with you that I think this is an eye-opening game, if you will, for fans and for media and things like that. Again, I think it's another loss, unfortunately, but I think it's a close loss. I think, again, Philadelphia is another Super Bowl contender. They were there last year. Hurts just got a big contract, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I agree. I think it's a loss, unfortunately, or I disagree with you. I think it's a loss, but I think we're 4-2 going into the bye. I'm feeling really good. 4-2 going into the bye. Very, very happy.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. If you look at this first 6 games, you say 4-2, then, and you're playing literally, like I've said it a couple of times now, 3 of the top Super Bowl contenders. And if you want to throw the Jets in there, as the Jets fans are, I know nobody else is, but the Jets fans are. So we're 4-2. We move into the bye. After the bye,
we go into the bye 3-3. Are you happy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 500.
Because of how our schedule ends with some of these teams I don't think are going to be contending towards the end of the year, I am very happy with that. So 4-2, even 3-3. Say we lose to the Eagles and we go to 3-3. That's okay. This team still has a ton of confidence. So After the bye, we moved to Sunday at 1, New York Giants.
Yeah, we
Obviously,
are technically the away team for this game. I believe
yeah.
we are
So again,
technically the away team,
it's
but it's
another
at
home.
LA.
It's another home game. It's
Yeah,
another
it's
home
at
game.
LA.
Technically away team. And what's funny about this is, I think the Jets have 9 home games this year, or 9 games at MetLife, if you will. And I think it's like, I could be talking out of you know what, but I think it's like the 4th time ever that that's happened, that a team has had like 9 home
You got
games.
10. You got 10. 9
10.
home games. 9
And
home
then
games.
1.
10 games at
So
MetLife.
that's like unheard of. Like, dude, over half of our games are playing in the
Oh yeah,
city.
at
All of
our
our
home
fans
stadium.
behind us. So that's a huge. I mean, I think that the NFL kind of set the Jets up in a little bit of a way
I hope
there.
so. I hope so.
And I think we get the win versus the Giants.
I agree. I
Giants
think
are
we're
going to go 9 and
extra
8.
week to prepare.
Exactly, extra week to prepare. Giants are going to go 9 and 8. I think they're going to be an average to above average team.
No
But
slouches.
again, the Jets are just all in. They're all in this year.
Yeah.
Like, we have been losers for so long.
I'm
And they're
hoping
doing
this.
all the right things.
I'm marking this as Brees Hall's wake up, like comeback game.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be against Saquon Barkley, Brees Hall versus Saquon. I think this is going to be. I'm going to mark this as his comeback game. You know what I mean? After the bye, I think if I'm the Jets coaches, I'm holding him back till after the bye because again, we're hoping we're going to be a playoff run. We're hoping for a playoff run, hoping for a deep playoff run. Like you said, give him a few touches a game, maybe some double-digit games here and there. But then after the bye, I mean, all leashes got to be off at this point. We got to see what we got in him. And I think this game could be his breakout game. But I think we got to win. I agree with that. 2 weeks to go against them. Daniel Jones, Sterling Shepard's apparently looking good. I mean, he's always a threat. But we'll see, man. I don't know. I agree. I think this is a win. So we've got a solid run defense. So Saquon is always scary. He's a game wrecker, but I trust in our defense. So
all 100%. Right. 100%. All right, man. We moved to LA.
5-2.
Not LA. Las Vegas. No.
Los Angeles.
No. We go to the Chargers.
The Chargers. No, the Chargers come to us.
Yes, we moved to the Chargers, but the Chargers moved to us. Monday Night Football, man, 8:15.
Rodgers versus the Chargers.
This is our 3rd primetime game of the year. Huge game. All eyes are on us, and I have a win here.
I agree.
I think that this is like, again, we've played primetime twice this year already, and I mean, they're going to be a great team.
Yeah.
It's just they're going to have 11 wins. They're going to have 12 wins. Justin Herbert is a stud. We know that. They have all the makings of a deep playoff run team. Again, they always will as long as Justin Herbert is there. But again, this is our 3rd. Aaron Rodgers is not going to lose 3 primetime games. He's not going to go over 3.
I agree with that.
His first 3 primetime games with the Jets. All eyes are going to be on him. They're going to pull it out. I see the Jets pulling away even a little bit more in this one, like a 27-17 type of game. But I have us moving to 6-2 after 8 games in the bye. And the Jets kind of being in a little bit of the driver's seat here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm at 6-2 as well. Yeah, I'm at 6. No, yes, I'm at 6-2 as well. I think we are going to win this game. I agree. I think it's another slugfest. Herbert. Again, they're another team that wants to put themselves as a legitimate contender, and I think they've been doing that these past years. But I agree. I think Rodgers just doesn't lose this primetime game. Especially coming off, in my opinion, what I think is going to be 2 losses after the Eagles and the Chiefs. This is our 4th, what I would say, I guess, big contender game, right? You got the Bills, you got the Chiefs, you got the Eagles. Yeah, we play the Patriots, but they're not a contender this year, I would say, or nobody's really putting them that way. Cowboys, maybe, but our 4th game against like a big name team. But I think we win this one. Yeah. So I'm right there at 7-2 with you, right? 7-2.
I believe 6-2.
6-2. Ooh, can't count.
Yeah, 6-2 after 8. That's kind of like the half point mark there.
All right, so 6-2.
Travel.
Going to Las Vegas, Allegiant Stadium, home of the Nations League final this past weekend. I don't know if you watched that at all. No. USA men's national team won the Nations League against Canada.
I love to hear it. Yeah, I love to hear all of it. I'm sorry I was not a part of that.
But the Jets are going to be there Sunday, November 12th. Who are they going to play a quarterback? Is it going to be Garoppolo, Dan? I don't know.
Good chance of that.
Perchance.
Yeah, very good chance. What do you got? Sunday night.
That's another win. I got us coming out swinging after the bye. 3-game streak. Sunday night football, I got us at a win against the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't want to push too much, but I don't see them as I mean, they got Devontae Adams, so it's going to be Rodgers versus his old friend Adams. He's their best player on the team. I don't, Josh Jacobs is obviously phenomenal as well, but I see us coming out and handily beating them. I think. I don't know, but I think we're going to hit our offense is going to start hitting a stride. I think Breece Hall is going to have the brakes taken off of him. And I think we're just going to dominate this game. What about you?
Love to hear it. I got the same response.
Yeah,
I really do. Breece Hall starts hitting his stride. Everything's coming together for the Jets here. They're playing extremely well.
Yeah.
I got nothing to add to what you already said. Our defense is showing out. Hopefully this is where, Lawson is coming into his own as well. He said that he's going to have 10 sacks minimum this year. Like, he was just like, that's what's going to happen. It wasn't even like a question. He's like, that's what's going to happen. I'm getting 10 sacks. So I got another win here, man.
All right.
Next week, Buffalo Bills. I'm going to say something that I do not want to say. I have us getting swept. I got us getting swept.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, hate to say it.
I had us winning week 1. I do have us losing in Orchard Park.
Okay, again, I don't think that Josh. Yeah, it's getting chilly. We're away. I still don't think that Josh Allen's the quarterback that everybody thinks that he is.
Yeah,
it's another hard-fought game, maybe a little bit more of a lower scoring game. But it's going to be very, very tough to beat them this year.
Yeah,
I know. I want to make it known. I know that I said that I don't think that the Buffalo Bills are who everyone thinks they are, but I still think that they're a good team. They're obviously going to make the playoffs. They win.
Divisional game, dude. Divisional games are always difficult.
Always very difficult.
The new rivalry,
it literally hurts my heart to say that we're going to lose the Bills twice, but I think that they are that type of team, and we unfortunately get swept and we move to 6-3 here.
I don't have us as getting swept, but I do have us losing to, again, stay at 6-3. Is that it for us? Are we at the same at this point?
Yeah. Yep.
3, yeah, because that's my third loss right there. Yeah, because I'm at 6-2 going into this game, 6-3. Then Friday night, Friday at 3 o'clock.
Friday at 3. It's right after Black Friday
game ever.
Black Friday
on Amazon Prime, baby, against the Miami Dolphins, and I think we crush them. I hate Miami Dolphins fans. I hate them.
I agree.
I think, don't get me wrong. There are some Jets fans online too that are a little much. But Miami loves to dish it out just like we do. I do think they're scary though, right? What do you get out of Tua? Who knows? But then you got Tyreek Hill, you got Waddle. They're scary. They just got Ramsey this year, so throwing on them may be a little tough. But again, I'm trusting Aaron Rodgers at this point. He's seen every defense in the book. I think we beat him on. I think the Jets are pushing to host that Black Friday game every single year, right? Like Dallas hosts a game on Thanksgiving every year. The Jets are pushing to be that team. I think they come out and win this game to say, we're here. We want this game every year. I'm loving that we're playing on Black Friday. I absolutely love it.
Aaron Rodgers, he's not losing on Black Friday.
Blackout jerseys.
Blacks. Yeah. Good for you. Well done. Yeah, I absolutely see them winning on Black Friday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. First Black Friday game ever. Aaron Rodgers is going to come out just slinging the rock. I got him for 450 yards here, just all over the place. Garrett Wilson's running for 160 yards. Alan Lazard with 2 touchdowns. Tyler Conklin's got 2. Breece Hall's got 1. It's a blowout. The game is
We're scoring 6 tutties this game. We're scoring 6.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute blowout. Embarrassing show for the Miami Dolphins. So I got us moving to 7-3.
7-3.
Next week.
Falcons.
Coming back. Yeah. Falcons. We're coming back home again, 1 o'clock against the Falcons. And I have a W. I have a W versus the Falcons. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to speak to this game much just because I don't know too much about it. I know about 5 of the Falcons players. I know that we're a better team than them. I know that they're adding a lot of talent this year. I understand that. I just think we're a better team. And I think that we win, and that's that.
Drake London was a big pickup last year in wide receiver, young gun. They got Kyle Pitts, big guy, obviously, you know what I mean, like that jackknife kind of hybrid wide receiver tight end player. But again, I guess he's kind of, you know, held back because he's been on the Falcons, unfortunately. You know what I mean? But they just got Bijan Robinson, so he's going to be a big. What does he do this year? How does he look? But again, the biggest question: who's their quarterback? I honestly don't even know who their quarterback is right now.
It's not Matt Ryan. No, it's the young guy, the guy they just got. They just got him in the draft. Look that up. Jeez.
I'm looking at their roster right now, and I see
brain melting situation.
Desmond Riddler.
Yeah.
Ritter.
Yeah, Ritter.
Desmond Ritter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you don't know though. I mean, who knows?
That
guy's question mark still. Yeah, it's a second year.
They have Heineke on the roster.
Oh, there you go. So they're going to be. They have a chance of being average. So
I think we win that game now.
Yeah, we win that game. We move to what is that? 8-3.
8-3. Going back, staying home, playing the Texans. CJ Stroud. Possibly. Oh. Do you see me? All right.
9-3.
9-3. Going to the Houston Texans.
Houston Texans. I have a W.
Yeah, I agree. I got a W as well for this one.
No shot are we losing.
No.
At home to the Texans.
Stroud, right? No.
CJ Stroud. They're going to they have nothing. They're finding their identity. They have no idea what's going on. All right. Unfortunately, I have us losing the next week to the Dolphins.
Okay.
Yeah. Away in their stadium, I have us losing the Dolphins, moving to 10-4.
Okay.
It's not what you want to see. It's not what you want to hear.
I got us winning against. I got us sweeping the Dolphins again this year. I had it last year. We didn't do it. I have us sweeping the Dolphins this year to bring us to 11-3, Dan.
All right, and I got 10-4. You know, I think Tua is going to get one of these games. Rodgers might be a little bit off. He's coming off of a 4-game winning streak. It's kind of one of those catches you by surprise. You know, might even been a 5 or 6 game winning streak there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we kind of lose a little bit late. My camera's all over the place. I love it.
Doing a little shifty here. Dude.
It is. It's following you. It's like the Mona Lisa. It's all around the room. So 10-4, and then we go to the Commanders. What do you got? At home.
Win.
Yeah, you're not losing the Commanders. I mean, who do they have a quarterback?
I don't even know.
Damn. We should know that, dude.
I should know that. Let's see.
I said we. I'm not blaming you.
Jacoby Brissett.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Brissett
is going to be. I would imagine being the slotted starter. They got rookie Tim Demerett. So maybe but I don't know. He's from Fordham, so I probably doubt it. Maybe they look to pick someone up. I don't know, but Jacoby Brissett, I think it's a win for us. They got Terry McLaurin and Anthony Gibson, so they got some playmakers on that offensive side of the ball.
I love Scary Terry.
But I'm not afraid of Riverboat Ron. I'm not.
No, not a one of it.
12-3.
All right, I got 11-4, and unfortunately, in this next one, I have us losing to the Browns.
I want us to
sucks, dude, because I have us losing a lot of primetime games. This is a Thursday night football game, and I have us losing.
I want us to win this game so bad, but I think this is going to be a end of the year stumble for us as well. To bring us to 12-4. Elijah Moore, again, I wish him the best. Glad he's happy. Maybe, I don't know if he's happy in Cleveland. I don't know. Deshaun Watson is a stud when he's playing well. So I don't what's that.
He's going to be good this year. He's going to be very good this year.
So, 12-4 going into the final game against the Patriots. What do you got?
Do we even need to say it? Oh my God. We smashed them at home. Last game of the season. Tons of confidence going into the last game and then into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I got us finishing 12-5 as a unit. This team is going to be good, man. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think they probably finished with like the 3rd best team in the NFL. I
got us finishing 13-4.
So you got 13-4. I got 12-5. I think that's where it sits. I don't think I'm being crazy. I might be a little bit crazy. We might only maybe have 11 wins, but we make the playoffs, and it's our first exciting, truly exciting year in over a decade,
in a long,
and we deserve it. We have Aaron Rodgers. We have his offensive coordinator, a revamp offensive line. The only question mark right now is safety and kind of a linebacker. That's it.
So I've read some things. I think we're really high on Sherwood. Is it Sherwood or Hamza right now? I forget exactly which one, but one of those two, they were very happy with like the progression of how they're taking the offense defense this offseason. So I think we're done with picking up players at safety. I think Amos was I don't want to say knee-jerk reaction for a lack of a better term. So it was terrible.
Well, it was a necessity.
It was a necessity with.
Do we know what happened with him?
He just hurt himself in practice. I think he's got.
No, I know, but like, is he out for the season? Like,
I have not heard. Last time I heard it was he was out for this. I think they feared. I think he's getting a second opinion.
That's what I saw. They fear that it's a serious injury. He's getting a second opinion. Obviously, that means that he's probably out for the season. But I haven't had anything confirmed.
No, yeah, I have not seen anything yet. So again, we're sitting at June 20th. We've got some more time to go to hear that. But again, I wish him the best of speedy recovery. But it's not looking like he's playing for us, especially with us picking up Amos. But yeah, I agree. I think little scared on defense in the kind of running down the middle. We've got Quinnen still not extended yet. He is under contract, but he's not extended yet. We've got hopefully another linebacker to pick up, and then we're trusting a lot of young guns. So
yeah,
we'll see. I agree. I think 12, 13 wins. But hey, dude, if we come out and win 11 games this year, I still think we're making the playoffs. I still think we're happy.
Still fun year.
It's gotta be double-digit wins, though. It's gotta be, right? Like
has to
be.
Has to.
There's no other way to swing.
I want to win the AFC East, get a home playoff game, and then coast from there.
We've got
all the teams that go to the Super Bowl. Like so many of the teams that go to the Super Bowl have a home playoff game to start the playoffs. They all start at home because it's just an easier track, and they're not. If
we sweep the Dolphins and the Patriots, then we got a very good chance of having a home playoff game. So,
yep, I agree, dude.
All right,
everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. That was our breakdown of the upcoming season. We're obviously extremely optimistic, cautiously optimistic, as Gordon said before we started. And we hope Aaron Rodgers is the guy that brings us to the promised land and gets that W before he retires, because he could very well retire after this year. Especially if he wins a Super Bowl. So thank you all so much for watching. We love y'all. And that's another episode of Jets Therapy.
I don't know what's going on with this camera. JETS.
Jets.